Here are the 7 best cheesesteaks in Philly, including my pick as the best. Let me tell you why. Is there a food more synonymous with a city more than cheesesteaks in Philly? I don't think so. So I knew my mission: eat as many as I could and find the best of the best. And before you ask, Pat's and Geno's are not on this list. I respect the history of them, but in all of my research, they just didn't come up as the city's best, and there's only so much I can eat. And when I ordered, I tried to go as simple as I could to keep it consistent between them. John's Roast Pork has been open since 1930, and obviously the roast pork is a classic too, but don't forget about their cheesesteak. They make every sandwich to order with 12 ounces of a loin-tail cut of steak and fried Spanish onions with white American cheese oozing out of it as it's added to the meat and onions on the grill, so it's totally mixed in, rather than just putting it on top. And then that whole thing is loaded up on a sesame seed roll delivered fresh from Karanji Baking Company. Karanji? Let me know.
Ooh, it smells delicious. It's hitting everything you want it to hit. Really nice tender beef, great beef flavor coming through, little bits of onions in there. Oozing cheese. The bread is really great too, more on the softer side, but still holding the whole thing together. It's those little simple, beautiful ingredients that make it all cool. And I love it out here. We're in the middle of nowhere. I like that this is where I'm sitting, and I like I'm just on a random bench. I like that there's just like trucks, construction things, and all these other things happening. It adds to the experience.
I wouldn't have thought that an old school Jewish deli diner would have the best cheesesteaks, yet here I am at famous 4th Street Delicatessen. This is the type of restaurant I dream of, and one that sadly New York City has seen less and less of. I wanted to fill up on Jewish classics, specifically their pastrami sandwich looked incredible, but when the waitress warned me about the portion sizes, I had to control myself. First up, some matzo ball soup.
It's like the biggest matzo ball I've ever seen in my entire life. Let's try that one first. For how big it is, it's still super, super tender. The broth is really nice. It has like little lemony notes, not over salted, so it has like real like chicken flavor in it. This is some of the best matzo ball soup I've ever had. And real pieces of chicken in here. This is great. Gotta love a matzo ball. I gotta save myself. Look, this is, I can't stop saying it. Great, fantastic. Get this matzo ball.
And then the cheesesteak. 14 inches long, and massive portions of the steak, onions, and American cheese, all living inside of this toasted hoagie roll.
This thing is a monster. Oh my God. And holy shit. Look how big it is. Okay, we're gonna attempt to take a bite out of this. Here we go. Okay, I'm feeling that. What I really love in there is the texture. Sometimes it could be just sort of like one big mushiness, but you're getting nice pieces of beef. You're getting really nice caramelized onions and the cheese oozing out. Beef flavor coming through, nice sweetness from the onions, ooze of cheese. And this bread is fantastic too. This is really good. I mean, it's massive. It's gigantic. It is too much for anybody to try and eat. I'm so into this. Oh. Bread is so nice and crusty and still soft in the middle. I feel like I've taken 6 bites and I haven't even made a dent in the sandwich. So you could pick a side. How could I say no to a latke? A beauty. Oh, creamy. Straightforward, delicious, really nice onions in there. Crispy, crispy, nice creamy in the middle. Classic. They were so super sweet in there. They're like, do you want dessert? And I was like, no, there's no way I could have dessert. But when they gave me the check, they gave me a little chocolate chip cookie. Because like their cakes look crazy good too. It's very buttery.
Ishkabibble found a place in my heart when I found out that it's Yiddish for "Do I look like I care?" While they're probably more well known for their chicken cheesesteak, to keep it consistent, I went with the traditional. And just so you know, they actually have a second location that's bigger, and you can sit down and eat there too, so that's where I went.
What's so interesting about the cheesesteak is like, it's almost more about the bread than anything else. This bread is really nice. Really nice and soft. Not a lot of crunch on the outside, but it's such a nice vessel for meat and onions and cheese just to ooze through. And also to like, because it's softer, it comes together in this one perfect, luscious bite. Meat's chopped really, really thinly here too. And it's like steaming hot, which I appreciate. Low thrills, but I think that's the joy of the cheesesteak, you know?
Row Home Coffee might be another spot where you wouldn't think to get a cheesesteak, as it's a cute cafe. But I love the idea that their unique spin puts it on another Philly classic, the soft pretzel.
This one's definitely messy. Got coffee. Whoops. Got my napkins for sure. Ooh.
So I've never actually been actively teaching while my So like I got to do, it was like
It does have a nice pretzel chew, which I enjoy. There's like a little bit more on the mushier side, which again is more preference. I think I like a little bit more texture in there. But okay, if you're good for a little bit mush, it's good. Points for being unique. When in Philadelphia, get a pretzel, you know? I also appreciate that it's not 10 pounds of food. I like the size of it. It's not overly big. I kind of wish that like, I think I want a little bit more pretzel. Like, give me a little bit more salt. Give me, even though the chew is nice, give me like a little bit more of a crust on there. And then you're fine. But I'm into this like Philadelphia mashup.
I think next time I really want to try their breakfast sandwiches on a pretzel bun instead though.
This is another area of Philly that's just like beautiful. It's so cute and quaint and quiet. I think I'm mostly surprised because like most of what I think of Philly comes from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't think they show like these parts of Philly there.
Newer on the Philly sandwich scene is Woodrow's. They are adding their own elevated spin to this classic, with shaved ribeye steak getting caramelized onions, a cherry pepper mayo, and a truffle whiz with 4 different types of cheese.
All right, this one came out steaming and oozing. Ooh, it has a good feel. Oh my God. This is definitely like the juiciest cheesesteak I've ever had. Sometimes you're just like on the griddle, there's a cooking in a way where it becomes a little dry, where you sort of need that cheese and onions to sort of add a little bit more moisture to it. No, this beef is dripping. Whoa. And like really nice peppery flavors in there too. And I like this bread. It is more of like a soft texture experience to the whole thing. But that's pretty damn good. Oof. There's like a little bit of heat in there too that's coming through. That's really nice. It's a messy one, but that's okay.
Bummed I didn't get the fries. That's for next time. D'Alessandro's opened in 1960 and has been slinging some of the best cheesesteaks for over 60 years. Be prepared for a little bit of a wait, but I promise it's worth it.
I mean, oh my God, this thing is massive by far. I mean, just absolutely loaded with so much beef, with so much onions, with so much cheese. And the meat is so tender. It just blends in to that cheese where it becomes a new thing. It's one whole bite with that cheese and that beef combined together. Oh, the bread is very good. It does its job to hold up. I don't know if the bread is the star of this show necessarily. But to hold that much stuff in there, you're doing work. You're doing work as that bread. Wow.
Angel's Pizzeria might be more known for the pizza, but it's a huge mistake to go and not order cheesesteak as well. Piled onto their freshly made bread every single day, this one is special. Just make sure to call and order ahead of time and bring cash.
Oh, the meat is nice and tender. You got the whiz pouring out, but what makes this one so special is the bread. The bread is made in-house daily. It's crusty, it's soft. It's just a perfect vessel for this sandwich. Oh my God. I was like, I'll take one bite. Hell no, this rocks.
That one was definitely my favorite, but let me know in the comments what your favorite cheesesteak is, and if you made it this far, so would be great because you're going food adventures all over the world. And here are a few other spots I think you'd love.